Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is the Raptor, and it's time for another Death Battle reaction video. Now, this one is for Mewtwo vs Shadow, and I'm really excited for this one. I don't even know why, because I don't even know these characters all that well. Maybe it's because there's been a lot of discussion on my prediction, or maybe it's just because of the normal Death Battle hype. I don't know, but I'm really excited for this one. Now, as you guys can tell, I am actually on Screw Attack or Rooster Teeth's website right now instead of YouTube, because it's not actually on YouTube yet. I don't know why. But I'm gonna see how this works. Hopefully it won't be too bad. So I'm just gonna try it out. Also for this recording, I think I fixed the problem with the sound. That there was a problem with the Joker versus Sweet Tooth one. However, I will warn you that this might cause new problems. If there are, I don't know what they are, except for one, which is I think it's either not gonna sound good or it's gonna sound a bit too loud. So you might want to turn down the volume a bit right now because it might be a bit loud. So with these two characters, a lot of people have told me a lot about both of these characters, and I've come down to this conclusion. So if Mewtwo can use Psych Up on Super Shadow, which is basically like he can copy and or swap the stats, I think that's what it is, then I think Mewtwo has a good chance of winning. If he can't, then it's really just a matter of can any form of Mewtwo, like Mega Forms or just regular Mewtwo, survive Super Shadow. And I honestly don't think he can. So it really all just depends on that, I feel. But you know what? I could be wrong. So without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, give me a second, just Okay, there we go.
Death Battle, our combatants are always extraordinary in one way or another, whether they're a
True.
superhero or a plumber. But these two are literally built to show up the rest of their kind. Mewtwo,
yep, couldn't be more true.
Pokemon, and Shadow the Hedgehog, the ultimate life form. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick, and it's our job to analyze
their weapons, armor, and
skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Nice animation, nice 2D animation at least.
Years ago, a brilliant scientist named Dr. Fuji was working to create a
I hope you guys can hear me, because like I said, it might be a bit loud.
The world. That's great and all, but he had something else in mind. Fuji hoped his experiments would help him discover a way to resurrect the person he cherished most, his deceased daughter, Amber.
Oh, that's kind of like Shadow.
By mop money, he figured out how to
because of
his daughter's
Maria.
Consciousness. Because science! But before he could finish, he had to create the most powerful Pokemon, a clone of the legendary Mew.
Yeah,
Mewtwo. Mewtwo. Yeah, Fuji wasn't very creative when it comes to naming, but when you can create a new life form with nothing but a fossilized eyelash, you know you're a master of genetic engineering. A field I'd love to get more experience in myself. Told you 1,000 times, Wiz. You're not gonna alter my DNA. What are you talking about? I'll never do that. Always watching, Wiz.
What's he gonna do with...
Growing up in a test
whatever.
Only
just don't think about it.
Fuji's other test subjects, including Amber herself, through some sort of psychic link. Amber taught Mewtwo about
she can
sun,
fly?
the moon, tears, and, life stuff. Oh, and also death when she died for good right in front of him. Worrying this may be too mentally traumatic for the still infant Mewtwo, Dr. Fuji's team erased all memory of her. Unfortunately, this left Mewtwo with a feeling of loss and confusion, and no memories to explain why. With nothing else to do,
I guess that makes
Mewtwo
sense.
decided to take out all his aggression on all of humanity. Then he turned some stupid kid into stone, a bunch of Pokemon cried, and Mewtwo figured out humans aren't so bad after all. Mewtwo is one of the most powerful psychic-type Pokemon,
6'7",
defeating its foes with the power of its mind.
Wow.
Alright, wait a minute. You keep calling him it. Is Mewtwo a guy or a girl?
Neither.
Well, neither. Technically, it's genderless. Oh. How does it bang? It doesn't. Bummer. Well, one thing's for sure. It's got balls. Of ghost energy that blow holes in stadiums.
I see.
It's a lot of undodgeable stars, multiple types of defensive shields, and a healing ability for when those shields don't quite cut it.
Recover.
Alongside its other abilities, Mewtwo's favorite move is Psychic, a powerful form of telekinesis. With it, Mewtwo can effortlessly send enemies as heavy as a 500-pound Onix flying through the air.
Kind of like the Force.
He can even make himself fly like a Zubat out of hell.
Well, the telekinesis part anyway.
Also, it can augment its melee combat with psychic energy or occasionally a massive spoon.
Yes, the spoon! Please have that in the death battle. Like in the fight.
No, nothing about Mewtwo is cuddly. especially when it uses Hyper Beam or Psy Strike. Attacks so
Psy
strong
Strike.
they can incapacitate the toughest of Pokemon in a single hit. And
Yeah,
when
but toughest of
trouble comes
Pokemon.
knocking, Mewtwo answers
And
the
Shadow's
door
not a
with
Pokemon.
badass Mega Evolution. Mewtwo is one of the few Pokemon capable of Mega Evolving without the assistance of a trainer.
Yeah,
As
I've
Mega
heard that.
Mewtwo Y, it gains enormous boosts in strength, defense, and speed, making Mewtwo
Alright.
powerful enough to fly into space while carrying a robot bug monster. Fast enough to breach escape velocity over 25,000 miles per hour.
Wow.
32 times the speed of sound. So,
Yeah, but
really
Shadow
fast.
can go at the speed of
Mewtwo is
light
so
when he's
skilled
super.
in its psychic prowess, it can wipe specific memories from dozens of people at once. On top of all that, it can
Okay.
survive a massive amount of abuse. Like
So I
the
guess they're
time
not
it
gonna be
got
using,
doubled and
Mega
failed
X.
by an alien Pokemon's tentacles. Didn't they censor that? It effortlessly defeated most of the Pokemon Champions team, including a legendary Articuno. It also teleported an entire crater lake from the top of Mount Cana. This lake
Okay.
is comparable to a similar body of water in the real world, Lake Kilauea, which holds over 385 million tons of water.
Whoa.
Wow, that's almost enough power to lift my ex-wife on buffet day. Being a psychic Pokemon, Mewtwo is naturally weak to bug, ghost, and dark type damage. Strange Dr.
Okay,
Fuji
dark
didn't
type, but
pull
is
that
that
quote out
Shadow?
of
Because he
his
really
DNA,
only
but
looks
whatever.
dark.
Hey, you gotta have some sort of failsafe when you're making the world's most powerful Pokemon. Ah, yes, the ultimate failsafe against the most powerful psychic Pokemon. Bugs!
Bugs.
Oh, God, it's a Caterpie! Get it away, it's spooky! I was not born a Pokemon, I was created. And my creators have used and
So this is all the analysis?
So, I stand
Seems a bit
alone.
short. And I've heard that the battle is actually like disappointingly short, which I guess makes sense because this is really only like 13 and a half minutes long. Is that right?
Years ago, a brilliant scientist named
Gerald-
Professor Gerald
Gerald
Robotnik,
Robotnik.
the grandfather of Sonic's forever balding nemesis, worked to create a new life form which would change the world.
Shadow
It was
the
called
Hedgehog.
Project Shadow,
The
a
ultimate
covert
life
government
form.
operation to discover the secret to immortality. Besides, like diet and exercise, because fuck that. Professor Gerald's case specifically for his granddaughter
Maria.
who was dying as a result of neuroimmune deficiency syndrome. Now that
Oh,
think
I didn't even
about
know
it,
what she was
Project
dying of.
Shadow is
Okay,
a
that's
pretty
cool.
scary name for a program that's all about curing diseases and saving humanity. Maybe it
Yeah, that's
has
true.
something to do with the program's secret pact with a hive mind alien race called the Black Arms. Perhaps.
Yeah, that might have something to do with it.
What do you get when you take immortality, the cure of all diseases, aliens, and put them all together to make the ultimate life form?
You get Shadow.
You get a hedgehog.
Yeah, a hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog was the first step toward a perfect future. And during his time in Gerald's space laboratory, Shadow and Maria grew very close. Until they were separated by a bullet. Turns out the governments of the world weren't too fond of all the evil alien business, so they stormed the place, captured Shadow, and killed Maria right in front of him. 50
Dang.
years later, Shadow escaped
That
and decided
sucks.
to take his revenge
Just have someone you
by
love
just
killed right in
killing
front of you.
everyone. Until he remembered Maria's last words were pretty much, "Don't be a dick." So he changed his mind. Now on the side of good, Shadow dedicated
okay, that
himself
works.
to protecting the world from the forces of evil.
So how much will they have to
Turns
go
out fighting the
over?
bad
Because
guys
they've already
isn't
done
too hard when you've got
Vegeta
super
versus
strength,
Shadow.
Super speed, helped along by some
They did
awesome
Batman
rocket shoes,
pretty much
and
all over
a bucket
again,
of
so-
deadly chaos powers. By channeling
Most
the
of this I
potentially
remember from
unlimited
the
power
other
of
death
Chaos
battle.
Emeralds, Shadow can enhance physical attacks, heal over time, and strike with powerful energy blasts. And with the power of chaos control, he can warp through space and distort time, slowing it down to a crawl, or with enough power, freezing it completely. He's got so
Dang.
much power, he can only contain it all with 2
The inhibitor rings.
around his wrists. Unless he gets all 7 Chaos Emeralds, which he can use to transform into a
Super Shadow.
Saiyan Shadow. Super Shadow, yeah. As Super Shadow, he is
Wait, I just
completely
noticed something. They
invulnerable,
didn't even
can
really
move at
mention
the speed
Psych
of
Up that
light,
much. I
and
saw in the
has unlimited
sidebar.
access to the power
But
of
does
the
that mean it
Chaos
won't work?
Emeralds. Enough power to stop the space colony Ark's collision with Earth, and to teleport a giant comet the size of a city. Assuming this rock is half hollow and using the density of concrete as minimum base, this black
Okay.
comet must weigh at least 915 million tons. Even without his
Oh
super
my
form, Shadow is
God.
powerful enough to wipe out an entire alien fleet in one blast. Fast enough to reach hypersonic speeds. And
Yeah.
strong enough to play tug-of-war with a giant space monster who is so big, he uses a planet a tenth the size of our moon as a chair. Naturally,
Oh
when
my-
you've got this
whoa.
much power, you're probably a cocky dick. Yes, Shadow
Yeah.
is excessively overconfident in his abilities.
And
Also,
arrogant.
he has a terrible memory. This guy has spent most of his life wondering who the hell he is. And even when he does remember, he usually winds up losing his memories later anyway. To be fair, if I fell from outer space and all I lost were my memories, I'd consider it a really good day.
Yeah, the fall from almost the
I
moon.
lose them from just falling over at the bar. That's probably not because of the fall. Also, we think that the Super Shadow form only lasts so long. Then again, when you move at light speed and have control over space and time, who cares about time limits? Not usually a problem for the ultimate life.
Yeah, they said that at the end of the other one too, like, because of his super speed, a short time to him is a long time to his opponent.
A normal creature like yourself doesn't stand a chance against me.
All right, the
Oh,
bets
boy.
are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
Is there an ad?
It's time
No.
for a
Okay,
death battle!
guys, I'm not gonna lie, I think Shadow's gonna win. I'm not gonna lie. I think Shadow might win this one. There's Shadow, there's a Pokemon, I don't know what the name is for that Pokemon. Oh boy, Mewtwo, I think you're gonna die. Not saying you have no chance, but it really looks like Shadow has this one. Just going more in detail about both characters. There's a Chaos Emerald. And there's Mewtwo. Oh, that's cool.
You are not welcome here. Leave this place.
That's a sick voice.
What's your problem, freak?
I know not its name.
And the voice for Shadow
But
returned.
it is black, red,
I think it's
and
Takahata 101. Is that right?
Fine.
Alright, come on guys, let's go. I'm still rooting for Mewtwo, because that's who I predicted. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Yes, his spoon! Yes, thank you!
This'll stop you.
Thank you.
Another gem? What's he doing?
He's collecting them.
I must know.
You can read his mind?
No. Control.
That is cool. Okay. Ow! It can't be over this quickly. Okay, okay. Oh, he's going super already. Okay, please say that Psych Up works, but they didn't even mention that, I don't think, unless they did. And I don't remember.
Too much.
Whoa. Come on, Mewtwo, you can't die yet. Oh, there we go. But why can't stand up to a Super Shadow, can he?
Chaos. Not this time. Control.
What happened? What's going on?
Wait, where am I? Oh my God!
Is he
I'm
messing-
glowing. Why am I glowing?
Is he messing with his...
Sayonara.
Did he just... He turned... Did he just turn it back? What? I was right!
Death battle, I don't think we ever expected to see someone die by spoon. Yeah, Shadow may have had the advantage in pure speed and power, but this time,
okay.
Rain defeated Brawn. Mewtwo got the rundown on all Shadow's abilities simply by reading his mind, giving him the knowledge it needed to counter or avoid crazy powers like Chaos Control. Ultimately,
Fair
there
enough.
was nothing really stopping Mewtwo from just taking over Shadow's mind, and its impressive durability and healing power bought it enough time to do so. Pretty hard to win a fight when your opponent can make you forget what you're doing and who you are in an instant. Shadow has been mind controlled
That's true.
before, and has always relied on outside help to recover. Even while Super Shadow
really?
was physically invulnerable, this form didn't protect his mind. Like that time he fell from space, and then the worst game ever happened. Yeah, Shadow was gonna lose, sooner or later. The winner is Mewtwo.
I don't even know why I'm laughing at that one. That was a bad pun.
Hey guys, I'm Chad. I play Boomstick. I'm Ben. I play Wiz. And next time on Death Battle, we've got something very special planned. So stay tuned. We'll be announcing it shortly.
I was excited to know at least one of the combatants.
Brian and I work on called Who Is. It's tons of information about characters that have had a bunch of
I've already
history,
seen that Who
but
Is.
really quick and fun. And of
The
course,
Ultron one.
Rooster Teeth and Screw Attack First members can always watch Death Battle and DBX along with a plethora of other stuff early, so be sure to click the link below and sign up if you haven't already. Plus, you get awesome stuff like 5% merch discounts.
Yeah, I don't really go for a sponsorship. I'll just wait 2 days.
See you guys soon.
See ya. Oh man, but I was looking forward to see who's next, because that's probably going to be a 3D fight. Yeah, okay, so that was it. That was Mewtwo vs Shadow. So I was going to mention this earlier, but Ryan and I actually had a big debate about this. I thought Mewtwo was going to win. Ryan thought Shadow was going to win, and I was right for once. If you guys kept up with my other predictions, which I'm guessing most of you didn't, you'd know that when Ryan and I disagree, Ryan is right. Well, at least all the times that we've been on YouTube. There have been some times before YouTube, I believe, that we disagreed and I've been right, but nothing that I have video proof of. So this one is the first one, and Mewtwo won, and that's awesome. Because I really do like Mewtwo, and it does make sense, like in the sense that his psychic power is really, really versatile, and that's kind of what I said before. And he didn't even really need Psych Up. Could it work on Super Shadow? If it couldn't, if it could, Mewtwo won, and it's because of his psychic ability. And it does make sense that like he could just erase his memory, or just make him forget things. And his spoon. Thank you, guys. I would have been disappointed if there was no spoon. So, guys, thank you for that. Everything seemed a bit short, though. Like, I did like, the fight was pretty entertaining, though I did wish it went on for a bit longer. It seemed a bit, rushed, in my opinion. Maybe it's because, like, kind of like with Beast vs. Goliath and Solid Snake vs. Sam Fisher, they wanna spend a bit less time on some other things to make it, like, the next one really, really good. If you guys know what I mean by that. Because they spent less time on Beast vs. Goliath to make Solid Snake vs. Sam Fisher good. Like, really good. And that was pretty cool. So hopefully the next one's gonna be really, really good. And I'm excited to see who's fighting. And hopefully I'll be able to do a prediction on it, but I can't do a prediction if I really don't know the characters. So guys, that was my reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys could hear me, because I'll have to rewatch this again. But like I'll have to like rewatch my reaction to see what happened. But yeah, that was Mewtwo vs. Shadow. If you like my reaction, please give it a like, comment down below what you thought of the death battle of my reaction, and subscribe to my channel if you would. That'd be really nice. I'd really appreciate that. It would really help me out. Thanks for your view is still awesome though. So just for you being here, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. So see you later and have a good night.